humans of the internet. Welcome to the Gallant Horde. Today, we are playing The Curse of the Otter's Rest, which is a game long time coming because this was a concept from Season 1 that never got played, so I just reskinned it for Season 2. It worked out really well because I already had AN run by an Otterkin person in this world, long before the Horde was even a thing. So that's worked out well. Before we get into all of that, though, we are currently partnered with Humble Bundle. I was looking at the bundles today, and there's a lot, you guys. There's a lot of very cool shit going on Humble Bundle right now. I'm still pointing you at Tad Williams because he's amazing and he's one of the most underrated writers, in my opinion. His work is beautiful. So that's still my choice, but you should also be aware that there is currently a RuneScape bundle. There is currently a Baldur's Gate bundle, which I know some of you are super into. I don't know anything about it, except that there are tieflings. There is a Racing Sim bundle. Just gonna say that out loud. There is a Hero Labs bundle. So basically there's a fuck ton of cool stuff. You just need to please, if you find something you really like and want to buy, add a thing to the link which Lionel's going to put in chat for you to make sure that we get credit for it. But yeah, there's a lot of very cool, very relevant to this community stuff going on Humble Bundle at the moment, and it's all for good causes, so go and, you know, get cool shit and also help people out. Win. We have a Discord. You probably know that by now. There's a lot of stuff in our Discord. At the moment, we have a... Not at the moment. Always, we have a Gallant Horde section that Twitch subscribers get access to. So even if you are not a member of the Horde, if you are subscribing here on Twitch and you have your Twitch login and your Discord connected, you can see all of the cool action that goes on in the Gallant Horde section of our Discord. There's pretty much constant RP, lots of story juice. And I have some schemes about things that might be coming. We will also be dropping a little bit of art after this stream. Dalia's level 5 art that I have made with my own hands. I'm not the best artist in the world, but I'm a big advocate for you should make art even if you're not very good at it. So I'm making everybody a level 5 picture. We dropped Pete's a couple of weeks ago. Dalia will be today and Lorelei will be next week. So yeah, if you're in our Discord, you'll be able to see that in our Gallant Horde section. Or if you are a Sparabel patron, you will be able to see it in the patron section because we have a section for people who support us on Patreon as well. So yeah, that section's also been getting a bit of love recently. We've been doing a few patron only things, so now's a good time to be a patron, I'm just saying. Next week will be City in Yellow again. I gather that things are getting quite at the moment. That is run by our delightful evil eldritch horror DNL.
We have us here today are in that game, so
yeah. So yeah, it's worth having a look at. That runs from 4 a.m. New Zealand time on the same day as the Horde game. I don't know what time that is where you are. Look it up. That's what Google's for.
11 a.m. in Chicago.
It's your birthday today. Happy birthday!
Woo!
Birthday stream. Which means it's also Dalia's birthday in the in-world thing. Which I need to change on my spreadsheet because you got it wrong. It's
I made a mistake on my spreadsheet. I was devastated.
It's all good. All right. I think that's all my awesome announcements for the day. So I'm going to get you lovely people to introduce yourselves and your characters for me, please. Starting with Will.
Hey everyone, I'm Will and I play Aksel Torden, the rock and roll bard.
I would like you to know that I recently drew Aksel. And I'm looking forward to you seeing that. It was the hardest one I've done so far.
He's got an aesthetic.
He does.
I'm playing Dalia Bonchance, who is a witch, who is her patron is Fate, and she has a familiar as a little ginger cat named Lucky.
Excellent. Matthew.
Hello, I'm Matthew Smith, and I play Azurhia Ascari, the mysterious swashbuckler. Maybe.
That's what you're going with? Cool. Jen!
Jennifer, I'm playing Gertrude Bee Biscuit, the witch with a talkative bee familiar named Honey Biscuit. I got it right this week. Look at me go.
Yeah. Excellent. We have a lot of familiars in this game. Your name is Tiffany, not Neris. Tiffany.
Right. Yes, I'm Tiffany, and I'm playing Neris Dalathon, one of the Dalathon twins. She is an elf monk, and she has a red panda familiar named Mischief.
Fucking so many familiars in my town. Kyle!
Hi, I'm Kyle Aarons, and I play... He's just Steve.
Steve.
And he's Kenneth.
Eve.
he does not have a familiar.
No.
No.
Not yet.
Alright.
No.
I'm Jax, and I play everyone else. Everything else. All of the other things in the game. Also, I forgot to mention that Lionel is currently running a Kickstarter for a thing called LARP Around. It is fucking dope. If you're a LARPing person, you definitely want to check it out. The link is in the stream. It is very cool. It's a worldwide... You know what? Hey, Lionel, can you make your voice work? He's doing our take today. Do you want to tell people about your Kickstarter, like a mysterious voice from the ether?
Well, hi, I'm the disembodied voice of Lionel. So LARP Around is basically going to be a platform for every LARP all around the world, where you can list LARP or find LARPs depending on your physical location or price range or theme. If you want to be a vampire, or if you want to be something medieval, whatever you want. You can also find virtual LARPs or murder mystery parties, everything that is very much like live action roleplay related. And yeah, that's pretty much the idea. So also, if you're a LARP organizer, you can just make sure that you have everything set up, like a member area to give out the character information or practical information and everything, as well as receiving payments. So yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you.
So go and check it out. Okay, on that note, your potion of resistance today is fire. You may have resistance to fire damage if you are given a potion and if you tell me that you drink it. Okay, so this team has traveled from Circle Creek to Riverways. You have been variously on a cart and on horses for the last week, basically. And you are just arriving in Riverways, which is a small kind of outpost town. It is the last town before one of the major military battalions on the border by the mountains. So it's quite kind of geared towards being, the town for the military. So there is an excellent blacksmith. There is a little academy for adventurers. Some of you have been to Riverways before. One of you, I think only Elzarin. Elzarin, you were the only one on that trip?
On my trip, I don't know if anyone else has had a mission nearby. Maybe? No?
I don't think all the way to Riverways. I think some of you went part way, but you didn't go all the way. That's all good. So it's a little bit kind of frontier town vibe. That's the vibe. It's yeah. So is there anything anyone wants to cover before you arrive in Riverways today? Anything you did on the trip you want to make sure I know about, or anything like that?
Well, Steve has discovered coffee.
Oh boy.
Which I'm sure is a delight for everyone. And he got to teach everyone some really fun songs that were made up on the spot.
Excellent. Steve does not sing as well as Kyle does, I gathered.
Elzarin will tell you no. No, he doesn't.
Excellent. All right. Well, you come riding into Riverways. You can see a variety of buildings. There are, there's like a general store. It's pretty rudimentary. There is a beautiful blacksmith, which is right next door to the general store, as it happens. And you do see a tavern with a sign that says the Otter's Rest.
What time of day is it?
It's probably mid-morning.
Find somewhere to hitch our horses up and...
There would be a spot outside the tavern. It's that kind of like saloon style kind of thing.
Just a big old post for us to wrap the reins around?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Exactly. It is also now the very beginning of summer, which means that it's kind of a warm, windy day. It's not very hot yet, like it's the tail end of spring, early summer. So, but it's warm. You're not freezing your asses off like you have been historically.
Oh, should we try and knock this out quickly and see if we can have time to do something fun on the way back, or do you guys want to look around first? Been on the road a while.
Let's go to the Otter's Rest and do the mission.
Yeah.
Right.
Aksel will suggest quite dryly.
Well, I mean, sometimes you might be in the mood to do anything after the mission, depending on how badly it goes. So, I just thought I'd ask.
I'm going to celebrate afterwards, but let's get business done first.
Let's get it done? I like that.
Yep.
It may take us all day. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta find Thistle, I think was his name.
Hey, right in one. Awesome.
Oh, right?
Yeah, you're getting better at this.
Close enough.
Okay. So you head on into the Otter's Rest?
Yep, it's a good omen. Let's go.
Okay. So you walk into the tavern. It's a pretty nice tavern. It is mostly empty at the moment because of the time of day. There's not a lot of people, but you do see behind the bar a tall, kind of humanoid-sized gentleman who looks like an otter. He is Otterkin. And he is wearing a really cute, like, little beret, and has a towel over his shoulder. He's, like, doing the whole barman thing. He has Carl's gonna die. He has, like, a towel over his shoulder. He's, cleaning glasses, and he looks up as you walk in, and he goes, "Oh, visitors! Hi! I'm so excited that you have come to my delightful tavern today. I'm Thistle, and I'm very excited to have you here. What can I get you?" He's very enthusiastic.
We're from the Gallant Horde. You heard you needed something taken care of?
Oh, you're Andaline's people. Yes.
That's right.
Yes. There's a small problem in the basement, I think.
How small, may I ask?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. Is the thing.
Okay.
See, here's the thing. My basement has a lot of stuff in it. That's not unusual for taverns. We have a lot of stuff. And I have noticed recently that some of the stuff is being, well, kind of messed with, knocked over, eaten. And there are like paw prints in the basement. But here's the weird part. The paw prints are big enough that it should be like my size. But I can't find it. And I see no evidence of it coming in and out. It's just there sometimes. Well, I haven't actually seen the it. It's I assume it's an it. There. Unless it's like a ghost thing. No, ghosts don't leave paw prints, probably.
Yeah, probably not.
Ghosts are really friendly too.
Okay.
Not really hungry though.
Yeah, it's as if, when you have rats, not that I have rats in my tavern, obviously.
Of course.
But when you have rats, there's evidence of rats? It's like that, but big. And no evidence of it coming and going, which is super weird, if you ask me.
So you're like saying these are like rodents of an unusual size?
Possibly.
Right.
But also maybe sometimes invisible? I don't know. I can't find them. I'm hoping you can solve that one for me.
Yeah, if they were big, they'd be harder to. They'd be an entrance or something we'd be able to find.
Right, that's what I thought.
Invisible.
but I can't find anything like that.
Here's a weird question about your basement. Did you build it, or was it here when you got here, the basement?
Oh, no. This building has been here long before I got here. When I traveled from very far away. I come from one of the islands in the Silsilids, right?
Oh, okay.
My people are, well, they're quite, they like their own kind, and I'm a touch gregarious, and I enjoy people. So I decided to travel and see the world, and then I came to Althea,
awesome.
and I spent some time in Murterra, and then I decided to come north, and I found myself here, and there was a tavern that had recently been closed, like maybe 6 months or so. So I procured it with my savings that I had saved, with my careful financial prudence, and I reopened it.
Good on you. Wise
Yes.
decision. Every town needs a tavern.
Absolutely.
So you
It
don't
suits my
know
temperament
of
because I
any.
enjoy people. What?
You don't know of any like secret passages or doorways or anything.
Maybe from
That-
the previous owner?
Well, if they're secret, then no. That's what secret
you may have
means.
Yeah, but you might have discovered them, through your own just putting things around there and messing with the place, or maybe someone told you and you haven't shared that with everyone to keep the secret.
Are you telling me there are secret passages? He immediately starts like knocking on the door, on the back of the bar, looking for
I
secret
join
passages.
him. I join him in knocking in various places.
Mischief
I
is
I don't know.
shocked.
How does one find a secret passage?
Oh no, but this is so fun.
Well,
Open!
it's a good thing you hired us, or our group here is very talented in all sorts of things, so if there is a secret entrance down there, we will most likely find it. If there's somebody invisible,
That would be cool.
we might find that too. Yeah, that would
Maybe
be, and you
there's
could
like a
talk about it.
whole like extra bit of storage down there. How awesome would that be? I could use some.
Who
more
knows?
storage.
Yeah, we could all use more storage. We will
For
find
real.
that out for you, and we will try to make sure whatever's happening stops happening, or at least that we give you options about how you want it to happen in the future, just in case. Does that sound okay? You never know. That's all I'm gonna say. This line of work is very strange.
Okay.
I mean, what if it's a really cool pet that you want to show bar taverns for extra money? That could happen.
That could be cool. Do you think it will hold my hand?
We have to go and find out. Maybe, maybe not. That's
Oh.
That's part of the job. All right.
It's the one thing I really miss. My people all like to hold hands. Here people find
Oh.
it weird if you just randomly want to hold their hand.
I think Steve likes that, don't you, Steve?
Yeah, very much.
Will you hold my hand?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so comforting. All right, you better get to
But-
work then.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm Steve, by the way.
Hi, Steve. Thistle. Did I say that? Did I forget to introduce myself? I'm Thistle.
Hi, Thistle. You seem very nice.
Thank you.
Show us the basement so we can figure out what's going on
yes.
and give you all the good news.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Yes.
Take you
Yes, yes.
into the basement. By the way, this is in fact the Otter's Rest. I have a map for it. I just got excited about being Thistle and forgot to show it to you. You were in this room. Let me reveal it.
Excellent.
It's also snowy because that's the only version of this map I have. But it's not snowy. Use your imaginations. Okay. He will take you through this door behind the bar and down some stairs. Shout out to Tom Cartos for the beautiful, beautiful map. And this is where he takes you to.
And there's lighting in there.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it has lighting. It's a storeroom. It looks like the storeroom of someone with ADHD, which is to say there's an order. He probably knows where to find things.
Is that another level downstairs, or is there 2 stairs that go up?
Oh, I assume that's 2 stairs that go up.
Okay.
Wait, let me look at the original map again. Yes, there's 2 stairs
Secret
that go up.
passage. No.
Okay.
Well,
No, it's not a secret passage.
Secret stairwell somewhere else.
It's not very secret if it's just there in the middle of the room. Thistle would be like, "Oh my god, there's a secret!" No, he knows about that one.
He just never realized it was there. He just assumed it was the main one the entire time. Like,
Aksel will ask Thistle where that other stairwell goes.
Oh, it just joins the main stairs that go up to the rooms at the top of the tavern. This is like my one from behind the bar, and then that one goes all the way.
Cool.
Dalia would like to cast Read Aura, which is like detect magic, but I get to know the school of magic, and it's elevated to 3rd level. It's heightened, so I can pick 10 things. So I'm going to pick every single wall, the floor, the ceiling. 6. And 4 more things that look interesting. Like, maybe
4
some
things
of
in this room.
crates, or, just something that
the
looks
4
like...
coolest.
Some barrels.
You don't get any magical pings in this room.
No? Okay.
No.
I'll
Jen,
let
did
the
you want to
team-
say something?
Yeah, these are where the prints and stuff is, correct? That he was
That
saying?
is what he said, yes. Yes.
Yeah, well, Gertrude would like to try and find said prints to see them for herself.
Okay, make a survival check.
Oh, boy. Oh, it's better than I thought.
What'd you get?
Yeah, 12.
It looks like it's been recently swept.
Oh, for the shot.
Steve is gonna just explore a little bit.
Is Thistle still with us?
He is at the moment. He's like standing at the bottom of the stairs watching you.
Elzarin would ask him, and he's like, is there a place where there's the most where you notice the most things disturbed or see a lot of activity that you can't explain? Is there any one particular place around here?
It does seem to like the meat store. He'll point to an area that is where I assume that one of these crates has no, it's not magic. It has, because I said there was no magic. It has some sort of cooling situation.
Like an icebox.
And it has meat in it, and he kind of points to that. It's like it seems to really like that. It has been knocked over several times when I've come in.
All right.
I've had to throw a lot of meat away. It's a problem.
Oh, I'm glad you don't make it into the stew. Anyway, I guess we should go look into see if there's anything we can notice about that.
Did you just say to me? Are you suggesting that I would use second-hand meat that has been munched on by some sort of strange being in my extremely good stews?
I would say that there are places that are far inferior to this one that would do so that I've stayed at, and I appreciate that you don't.
That sort of place.
It is not.
I have standards.
I'm glad you do.
Hospitality is important, and you should get it right.
I agree entirely. So let's go check out that meat locker.
Okay. He's standing at the foot of the stairs trying to do that, like he wants to be helpful, but he's scared something's going to jump out at you, kind of thing. He goes, I have cleaned it up. Perhaps I shouldn't have, but I couldn't bear the mess. So, Yeah.
No worries.
Do these happenings tend to happen at a certain time of day? Or with any regularity, like...
It's normally in
certain
the
day of the
early
week.
hours of the morning. So this is a tavern, which means we often close quite late, right?
Mm-hmm.
But every time I've found this, it has been when I came down in the morning. So I'm assuming it's a nighttime or early morning kind of thing. Maybe every
That makes sense.
3 or 4 days.
How many days has it been since the last incident?
2?
Couple? Right.
Mm.
Oh, I was going to...
So you want to examine the meat locker?
The area around it, at least. Go ahead.
Please make a perception check.
You got it.
It will help.
18.
What you got, Neris?
Dirty 20.
You're not Neris.
Come on, perception. It's a very deep voice for Neris.
Dirty 20.
11.
Oh, come on.
11. Steve doesn't see shit. We'll come back to you.
Something happened with I think I have to refresh my
I would say
hero
that Aksel and Dalia and Azurhia, you can all see that there are claw marks. Like it's been knocked over by something with claws. They're quite large. And it looks like he's tried to buff them out, but there's very obviously like something has been clawing at it and trying to get into it.
How or does it look like something about the size of a normal humanoid's hand, or does it look much bigger?
No, it looks like thistle size of, like a humanoid.
Like a person, yeah, humanoid hand. Normal medium-sized humanoid hand. Okay, cool. Is there any unique pattern to the claws? Does it look like 4 nails, 15, or something crazy number?
What did you roll?
18.
Not really. It looks like standard animal kind of.
Gotcha.
This isn't something with 23 hands. Yes, Jen.
He's still down here, right?
Yeah.
Thistle.
Mm-hmm.
You said it's been 2 days and it's every morning. Does it show up like every 2 days, or is like the next day here and then like maybe 3 days later, or is it like regularly like every 2 days?
No, it's approximately 3 or 4 days, but it varies.
Oh, definitely, probably just coming for food then.
Where something that big? Yeah, something that big would
Right?
either have to come into the
That's what
stairs.
I thought. I was so confused by it. When I first saw the paw prints, I was like, where did it come from? There are no windows down here. It would have to come down the stairs. And I feel like I would have noticed something that big with paws that size walking down the stairs. You know what I'm saying?
You said that other stairs goes up to the top floor?
Mhm.
The other set of... what is on the top floor?
Visitors' rooms, guest rooms, my room.
I have
I have
20
not
do you
had
have-
any guests with large clawed paws. I did think of that. When it first happened, I looked at my guests and I went, do any of these people have the sorts of claws that would... But also most of them have opposable thumbs, so why would they be pushing the thing over to get to the meat? You know what I'm saying? I thought to myself,
fair.
I thought, perhaps it didn't seem to add up. I feel like it probably wasn't one of the guests.
Go ahead.
Yes. Gertrude.
Do you have
yes.
a recurring guest that happens to show up every time it happens, though?
Oh, like
Maybe
a
they have a pet?
werewolf or something like that. Is that what you were thinking?
Or they have a
maybe
pet?
they have a tiger under their bed. I feel like I would notice if one of my guests brought a tiger into their bed.
Maybe
You
it's a
notice my
magic
beak?
tiger.
A magic tiger? Are those a thing?
Maybe.
Do you have a magic tiger? I would like to see a magic tiger.
If I ever find one, I will bring it to you. But I do not have one now.
Oh, well, that's sad.
Do you
I know.
have a back door that someone could come in and access this second set of stairs without you ever seeing them? And Neris's perception was a 20, by the way.
Ah, yeah, so much the same as the others. I mean, there's a door out the back of the kitchen, but there's always someone in the kitchen. Well, that's not true. I suppose in the early hours of the morning there's often not somebody in the kitchen, but the kitchen door is locked because we have a lot of military sorts in this town, and as you may not know this, but when soldiers party, they party hard, and that sometimes leads to bad decision making.
Yeah.
Any other
Yes,
way to
it does.
party?
Yes, but it's less fun.
It is possible to party hard without bad decision making.
Does anyone else have a key besides you?
No.
Okay.
Apart from
you
that,
said I was going to say, besides the where did you see the paw prints? I should ask. Is it all over the place, near any of the stairs, or any place else?
there's also a door out the entertainment room, but again, same sort of thing. I feel like I would have noticed. Sorry, what was your question? I was thinking about the last question.
No worries. I'm glad you're giving us this information. I was just wondering if were the paw prints, where were they? Were they near any of the stairs or any wall in particular?
They've only been in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another reason why I don't think it's probably a magic tiger belonging to one of our guests, because I feel like I probably would have seen paw prints upstairs if that were the case. Unless the guests sent their magic tiger down here to start with. In which case, why did it only knock over the thing and take meat? Surely if you were going to all the trouble of sending a magic tiger into somebody's basement, you would steal something worthwhile.
Cool. Yeah.
Not that I have anything. I mean, obviously all the food is very important and so are the drinks, but I don't have anything,
magic tiger stealing kind of thing?
Steal-worthy, yes. I feel like there was a question I didn't answer. Please hold while I play back the conversation about... regular people, no. No one that has been I feel like if that had happened, if Bob came every night and every morning there were paw prints, I would go, hey Bob, feel like there's something going on here. But no.
I love them. Just let you know I love them.
Well, I thought this is
what
things
my
we
brain
have
is
to
like
ask.
all the time, you guys. This is just Jackson's brain expressed.
Steve wants. Does Steve want to do this? Steve wants to kind of like look at the walls through the shelves to see.
Yeah,
if
now's a good time to knock on walls.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely, Steve. That is how Steve does this.
Yes, Neris?
Is the door to the top of both sets of stairs closed? Like, did he close the door behind him?
He hasn't closed the one he came through, but the one at the other side is, yes. Steve.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was like, Neris would ask him to close it, and she's gonna light her torch and see if there's a draft or like pulling away from the door. Yeah.
Steve, where exactly in this room are you looking?
I'm over here, so he's kind of just tapping along these walls.
Okay, so these shelves go right up to the ceiling. You would have to move a lot of stuff to tap on walls. You can.
Longish arms. He's just kind of like.
Make a perception. Perception check.
Oh,
and then we'll get to Neris.
Well, this will be a good, useful roll. 12, one better.
You do not find any secret passages. Neris! You light your torch and look for drafts. Make a perception check.
Can I also make a perception check for once I realize what Neris is doing?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Dalia will search down the middle aisle, just checking the shelves, see if she sees anything.
Buddies.
No,
those faces! What'd you get?
9.
I rolled a 2.
Fire.
Yeah. That fire sure is flickering in a cool way. Dalia, make a perception check.
Put it out now.
20.
How many? 20. It is his organizational style is chaotic. There is a logic to it, but it's his own special logic. But you can definitely.
So she gets it.
Oh yeah. It's a similar sort of vibe. But it does look like things have been moved around. Like it. There's the sense of things having been knocked off the shelf and then put back in a hurry, like that kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm. Is it all meat storage things that have been knocked down, or other things?
No, there's a variety of things. Like something large was moving around, potentially, and knocking things off of shelves.
Like a big cat.
A lot like a big cat. Maybe it is a magic tiger after all. Yes, Aksel.
While everyone's faffing about looking about, Aksel's going to use his Whisper Elf trait To detect even the slightest whispers of sound as long as you can hear. Normally you can use the seek action to sense undetected creatures in a 60-foot cone.
Does
so
it
he's
have
listening.
Roll? I assume it has a roll.
It doesn't say it has a roll. I guess it's perception.
Yeah, I would say roll me perception.
$31.
31!
Yeah. Axel's listening real good.
He sure is. Please hold while I check a thing. What do we get? 31.
Yeah.
That's funny. I in fact also rolled a 31.
So does Aksel hear anything?
You very, very faintly, like to the point where you're not even sure whether you're imagining it or not. Like it's the faintest kind of... It sounds like...
This is important. If he can hear something, that 31 becomes a 33. Because there's a +2 circumstance bonus to seek an unseen creature that you can hear within 30 feet.
Jesus.
Whisper elf, y'all.
You hear... Like it's almost to the point where you can't really tell what it is you're hearing. But there is some sort of very faint movement sound coming through the wall Steve is checking. But it's the faintest. It's like rats in the roof, but you hear it and you're not sure whether it's actually there. Like it's the faintest of things. That's
Cool.
fucking high roll, man. This thing is stealth up the wazoo.
Great. So good.
Almost as high as its damage rolls, I'm sure.
Axel's going to walk towards that wall and just keep listening. It's probably worth pointing out this is the quietest that Axel's probably ever been in his life.
Yeah.
I know, I think that would have made us all quiet. He's not talking.
Steve will see Aksel and go like, so I've been like checking the wall to see if it like opens or anything, and I don't see anything, and I'm being pretty thorough, I think.
Cool, man. You should check out some other walls.
Good idea. That's so good. You're right. All right, I'll go check this one. Bye. And Steve darts to the other side.
Make
Okay.
a perception check, Steve, to check the barrel wall. The Warlow barrels.
18! Look at it go!
You are very certain that there are no secret passages on this wall.
Can Aksel now make a visual perception through like looking where the sound is coming from to see if he can see any openings or cracks in the wall or
Sure.
trapdoors or anything like that? That's something.
You're just looking with your eyes?
Looking and oh, that's a 30. Yes. Looking with eyes and ears, still listening.
You do not see anything. Like doors or whatever.
Do I, now that I'm closer, do I hear anything?
Would you roll 30? I just rolled 30. I'm beating you, thing for thing at the moment.
Well, I'll mention again that if I can hear something but it's unseen,
but
I get a +2 bonus.
Yeah, it's a bit. You get the sense that there is definitely something behind this wall that is being very quiet. Like it's the faintest whisper of a breath. Like it's quiet. But yeah. you hear just something, just the slightest of
movement and
like
breath.
shifting of a body, maybe, or yeah.
Whatever we're looking for is behind that wall, and Aksel's going to retreat because he doesn't want to be standing there when it comes out. He's going to go back to where he is.
Question. Does it look like there's a place for this creature to get out of the wall at?
Nothing that
That's
you
what
found.
we've been looking for.
And there was
Okay.
no magical
So I
thing
can't
on
just
that wall.
gravity well it out of there?
What if
I mean,
what if the entrance is somewhere else in the room and it just rests behind the wall? What if it's the passageway runs around to another corner?
What's on the other side of this wall?
Is that your thistle?
Good question.
Yes.
Nothing that I know of. This is the only basement I'm aware of in this building.
Oh,
What based
building
on where?
is on the
Yeah.
other side of that?
There's, I don't. Sorry, I realized I had the wrong voice earlier. I don't really have any immediate neighbors due to the fact that nobody really wants to be neighbors with a tavern because of the loud music and carousing. So, there is just space around the tavern, and all. You would have noticed that when you came in, due to being very observant, I'm sure. So there isn't really any. What? Yes.
On the other side of the alleyway, then. Like, what would be the next building if we were to like just walk straight?
That would be Ironhawk's General Store.
Do they have a basement?
Oh, probably.
Okay.
And then the other side of Ironhawk's General Store is Ironhawk's Blacksmithery. And then on the other side of that is the other building that I have not visited due to the fact that I'm very busy and seldom leave my home. And all the people come to me.
Go that far.
Do you think there's a secret underground organization connected to all the basements and riverways that comes in and steals meats with their magical tigers?
Maybe?
I won't say it's impossible.
That's exciting.
Let's hope so.
That's a word for it.
I rolled an 18 to check the wall that's in front of Dalia for secret
I don't have that.
thing.
Please hold. Please hold. Please hold. Where's Dalia?
Secret
there.
tunnel, secret
Nah.
tunnel.
You do not find any secret tunnels on that wall.
Okay.
Yes, Jen.
So, based on us coming in, it is in fact the wall that Aksel Lola is hearing stuff. Does it line up with the end of the building?
It does not.
Okay, so the basement is shorter.
So you came into the bar.
Mm-hmm.
There's a door at the end of the bar that he indicated went to the entertainment room. So you can assume that the building is like again as long. And that would line up with what you saw when you walked in. He's taken you down the stairs behind the bar. So this room would really only be that main bar area. So there's a lot more building than there is basement.
So there could be another entrance, but that wouldn't help us figure out how they get in here.
Okay. Gertrude's gonna ask, so this is all the basement you have?
Yes, that's right. It's a problem due to the fact that I require much more storage than I have in this building. I have occasionally considered building outwards, breaking down the walls and digging, but I'm afraid that if I do that, the whole tavern will fall into the ground. I don't really know anything about building, you see, so I would probably have to hire someone, and that would be very expensive.
Yes, to all of that. Did it sound like they were in a wall or a room, or did it sound like they were in dirt when you were listening to them move around?
Hard to say. Something's moving, but it's not...
You can't tell what, like, if it's a wall or if it's dirt.
Yeah. Not with that close of a link between, like, yeah.
Can Neris look at the floor and try to find, like where something might have slid out instead of it being like maybe where like the grout looks fine, but it's actually a groove for like the shelves to slide out instead of it being part of the stone.
Make a perception check, please.
Okay.
Yeah. What
Not
did you
my day. I got a 7.
That sure is a nice stone floor you're looking at. Well, this is going well. I'm excited for you. You know what you could do is maybe just stay here until, well, that's a lot of hours. Maybe come back, and just hang out and see if it appears, and then you can do your hero thing and solve the problem.
Maybe we should stay down here a little bit if you don't mind, just in case.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
It's just that, you see, very soon the lunch rush will begin, and I will be needed upstairs due to the fact that people require my assistance with their luncheon beverages.
Oh, is it okay if we are down here by ourselves?
Absolutely. Feel free to peruse the shelves. Please do not overly indulge in the items that you find.
Oh, no. But if you do hear a lot of noise, maybe ask before you come down here just in case.
Oh, in case you're fighting the magic tiger. Got it.
Yeah.
Definitely won't join you for that. Magic tigers, not really. I'm not a fighter. I'm a entertainer. A purveyor of good beverages and delightful foods, not a fighter of magic tigers.
It's because I know, like, it's a good instinct. You hear noises in your storage area, you want to run and check it out. And just in this case, maybe just wait till we give the all
I'll
clear.
leave you to your business.
Thank you.
I don't want anyone else to come down here.
I'm just going to gather a few things for lunch so that I don't have to come down to get them later. And he pulls a big basket out and starts putting various ingredients and stuff in it. And then
just if it's noisy.
Disappears upstairs. Bye-bye, good luck. If you must bleed, please try to bleed on the stone because it's easier to clean. Thank you.
When he's gone, Aksel's just going to go, man, that guy's turbo.
He sure is.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, you heard something behind this wall, right?
That's what I said.
All right. Let me see if this
sounded like
work.
It was shuffling about, but that's about it. Only just on the edge of my hearing.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's going to be counterintuitive, but I'm going to make a lot of noise, and I want to see if you can hear something. Maybe. And I'll take the hilt of my rapier and just try and find a place on the wall, and just suddenly, at random points, hit it very sharply. Just to see if maybe something will scurry or move by the sudden noise.
Where
Aksel's
are you
listening.
doing this?
Where was hold on. That's a good question because I was probably going to be closer. I can't remember where the meat was, but probably
the
adjacent
meat is not
or
on
around.
That wall. The meat is like inside the room.
Oh, okay. Then probably somewhere around where I'm at here, just midway through, just to kind of hit the wall around here, because I think Aksel initially was, to the best of Elzarin's knowledge, he's around here somewhere. I'm just gonna tap the wall very, very hard, very, very suddenly, and then wait an inordinate amount of time and if I don't get a reaction, do the same thing at some other random point.
Make
But I'm gonna make long pauses. You got it.
And Aksel, make a perception check, please.
Not so good this time.
What'd you get?
Not much better on my
14.
side either. Hey, me too.
14.
Yeah.
There is no response.
It's hard to intimidate a wall.
If there's something there, it's being very still and quiet now.
It's just a thought.
Yes.
Go ahead, Gertrude.
Can I see it if I could find a B-size hole?
In the wall?
Yeah.
Sure. Make a perception check.
28.
You are very, very sure there are no B-sized holes in that wall.
Okay. So there are no holes at all.
However, with the 28, you do notice that one of the little, it's like a cobblestone wall, and one of the little cobblestones looks slightly different to the others, approximately right behind that shelf, right there where I'm pinging. Can you see that?
Yeah. Hey,
So there's a shelf, and located almost deliberately behind the shelf to make it hard to see, there's one very round stone that looks, it's colored and stuff the same as the rest of the wall, but it looks
like a different texture.
Round, not stone, stone shaped.
Yeah, not worn or rough anymore.
It could just be a nice round stone, but there was a high perception roll.
Hey, that stone, little slightly different than the rest of the stones. It might be our answer.
All right. Do you mind if I check this very roughly, shall we say?
Or she walks farther away. She does not want
to know where you all are, so make sure your people are where they are when you do.
I gotta be near there,
because it might be relevant.
Steve's still over here.
Over to check it out. If you don't want to pull the rock out.
When everyone's I'm ready to do this. I just want to make sure everyone is aware that I'm about to do something that might be kind of dumb.
All right.
We'll see. So I tried
all in your location where you're going, where you are standing right now. Gertrude, you ran away.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yep. What are we doing? Elzra?
I'm gonna start with the basics. We'll start pushing and pulling and turning to see if we get any kind of reaction from the stone.
So you push the stone.
Mm-hmm.
It moves in like a button. And you hear a click, and then the entire part of the wall behind that shelf right here.
As soon as it shifts, my blade comes out I'm like
clicks, kind of moves back slightly, moves out of the thing, and the line is perfect. Like you wouldn't have been able to see it with your eyes, and begins to very slowly shift to the left, making a horrible grinding noise.
Secret's out.
Secret tunnel.
You guys hear that?
Yeah, Steve, over here.
Point of order, there's still a shelf between you and this wall and this door. Like there's no gap in the shelving. There's still a shelf. You can just see through the stuff on the shelf, this door moving.
Can you climb through the shelf, or do you have to move the shelf out of the way to get
You would have to move the shelf or break the shelf. It's very
I don't want to break it, so
I can send Honey Biscuit in to look first if you want.
Yeah, but this thing is strong enough. Yeah, if this thing's strong enough to move it by itself, it might come through
also,
very.
This is shelving that is like built in. Like it's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I can't just lift a heavy shelf off and slide it off or anything. Oh, okay.
No.
These are built-ins. All right. So, how does it get through that door?
Maybe it's slinky.
The map has lighting, but there is in fact no lighting in this area. So I'm going to give you just a small thing of what you see through this door. As the light kind of goes in. There's obviously a room. It's a stone room. You don't see much though.
But if we remove stuff off the shelf, would it be possible to like kind of crawl through or scramble through there? For us?
Maybe if
like a squeeze or check or something?
Squeeze check.
There is. You can squeeze through things as a athletics check.
That's a real thing. That's amazing. I love Pathfinder.
I almost took that as a feat, as a quick squeeze where I can squeeze through things rapidly.
I suppose if you're skinny enough and you're athletic enough.
But it's definitely one of those where you're not getting through easily. You can't just scramble through. You're gonna have to.
No.
All right.
It wouldn't be.
Dalia's gonna strap the torch, the ever-burning torch, to Lucky.
Yeah. Let's
clear some stuff off the shelf and send him in.
So
can Honey Biscuit see in the dark?
Sending Lucky in.
And the bee's gonna go as well.
Okay.
Right.
It's a good idea, because if this thing's a predator, it might chase Lucky.
Yeah, and then we can see.
Send the rusty possum in as well.
Rusty possum.
Don't make fun of a jungle cat.
Does Lucky have dark vision?
Oh.
No, but he has the torch on him.
Oh, he has
the harness with the torch on it.
Right.
Cool. And that does. I think it's. I was looking to see if it had.
It'll definitely light
whatever a regular torch has.
Yeah. So Lucky goes into the room, or just sitting on the shelf into the room.
No, he's going through.
Okay. Lucky sees. Oh, hang on. A large room that looks like it's probably a vault of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
There are some very old, like someone at some point used this as a place to stay. Like maybe they were hiding from something. Like there's some old skins and like
a safe house.
Yeah, but it all looks very old. And there is a large cat-like creature lying on the skins who immediately looks up at Lucky as he walks in and hisses.
All right,
it's very beautiful.
Dalia's going to reach out for Aksel's hand and cast Share Senses so she can see what Lucky sees.
Okay, in that case, Dalia also sees this. This creature is like up, as far up against the wall as it can get. It's clearly hiding from the door that's just opened. And it hisses. It's much bigger than Lucky. It is in fact like a panther-sized creature, which is funny when you brought up big cats. I was like, ha! It is. It also has a lot of legs, more than your average cat. Too many legs.
Does it look scared or angry? Even though I can't see.
You can't see it.
I guess
can see
it. Does it sound?
Does that sound familiar to Dalia?
Dalia can make a nature check if she wishes.
Okay.
Gertrude's gonna do the same thing, but I don't think she has anybody to hold on to.
16.
Oh, sorry.
16.
You get close to me, I held your hand.
You have never heard of anything like this before.
Okay, I'm gonna describe what I see. So if anybody else, it sounds familiar to anybody else.
Neris, make a nature check.
Oh, please roll well for me.
Can Gertrude do it?
Sure.
I'll
I'm asking
take
Neris
a stab at it as
where
well.
it comes from. Anyone can do it, but
mind.
Neris has the best shot at it.
I actually rolled really good.
What'd you get?
A natural 20 for 29.
Nice. Okay.
17.
Okay. Elzarin, what'd you get?
6.
Okay, you definitely don't know what it is. Neris, this description is familiar to you because this is a creature that comes from the Malahaya jungle. Gertrude, you have maybe read it in a book or something. You've certainly never seen one before. But you recognize this as a poracha. It is a large jungle cat. Neris, you probably don't know that much about it. You would have maybe seen them, but you mostly avoid them. Gertrude, due to your obviously extensive reading on this matter, you would know that these things can teleport.
Is this the Pathfinder version of Displacer Beast?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's
similar.
A little different, but yeah, it is similar. So you would know that this is a creature that can teleport and can move in and out of objects. So
She would relay that information.
Is not a...
Yeah, so would Neris.
All right.
It is very, very far from home, and not usually found in.
But it's a
towns.
beast, right? It's not like a malevolent creature or anything like that. It's just
it's
just
a beast.
All right.
It's just a
All right.
So I can't pet the kitty.
Not yet.
No.
No. It's angry kitty. We gotta make it
It's
okay
very
kitty.
beautiful, but it's clearly cornered and scared.
Should we bring the familiars back and maybe close the door so it's not freaked out? Is that okay with everyone? We can always open the door later. I can't get through it anyway.
I mean, it's just hissed, right? It's not doing anything else aggressive.
Yeah, but it looks Like it's
Uncomfortable?
not happy about having things in this little space that it's found for itself.
Yeah, I think it thinks that we're
It's
invading
definitely
its lair.
discomforted. If you imagine a very
discomforted
feral
because it's
cat
so far
that
from
is cornered, yeah.
Yeah, but I think I like to make a plan where we don't have to worry about that thing being able to see us and jump out. I mean, I'm sure it can do that anyway.
Are there any other entrances or exits that they could see? We need to figure out how it got in there. I mean, maybe I could send mischief because it's a more familiar creature. They might be tempted to eat it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like you would, well, both of them actually would be able to see that there's a passage that goes down the other end, but you can't see what's at the end of it.
There's another passage into this room.
There's also a vent, like a.
What if Lucky goes over here to see that what's down the passage?
Oh yeah.
Can Azurhia see the beast from where he is?
Yeah, like if I
no one who
look
isn't
around.
in the room can see the beast right now.
Oh, we
It's,
can
like,
all
right
hear
up
it hiss
against the
though.
wall. Yes.
We heard it hiss though. Okay.
Lucky. Oh, sorry, I did that badly. Can see a passage that leads to a ladder that goes up.
Oh. And at this point, is there something happening to the left and right?
No, it's just walls.
Okay, so the ladder goes up. Is there like a hatch?
And the grate comes from below.
There is like some sort of trapdoor, but it looks like it hasn't moved in a very long time.
Okay, so probably
like the edges are kind of rusted, and yeah.
Okay.
If it can teleport, why is it still down here?
It's a warren. It's a safe space for it.
Food.
But it's so far from home.
But it might have been. It might have escaped from someplace else. You know, people capture the creatures like this. It could be from some other place and magically ended up here, and it just doesn't know what to do. So it's looking for a safe space.
So I'll take Lucky out.
Okay, I was going to say it's starting to look real unhappy about having.
Yeah, let's bring them back in, and we close the door and let it chill out for a bit over there, since we know it's getting upset, and I don't want it upset right now.
Okay, so you bring the familiars in and close the door.
All right.
Should we really close the door, or should we just leave it open but back off?
I think it would be happier if we couldn't hear it as carefully. You know, like if it. I don't think it likes us nearby. Besides,
we can hear it. So I think get out, but leave it open, just in case we can shoot magic through it.
Well, I'm also hoping that if it gets upset, it has to teleport in here blind. It might be a little more reluctant to. Where if it can see us, it's going to appear right behind one of us, and that'll be the first thing you notice.
I can make us all invisible, Sugar, if that's what's bothering you.
I mean, kinda, yeah. I'd rather not have this thing appear directly behind me and stick its claws into my back.
What if we?
It doesn't sound like a good time.
What if we tried to like win it over? Oh, does it have like any meat? And Steve goes. Steve forgets Gertrude's holding on to him. And
That
just
doesn't get it out of here. We could also mischief can climb on top and stand guard on top of this shelf. And
all
let
right.
us know if
you guys want to keep it open, we can keep it open. But like, we gotta figure out a plan here because it's either going to get upset enough to come out after. Yeah, I know it's either going to get upset enough to come after us, and we have to be able to deal with that, or we have to figure out a way to coax it out of here and take it someplace where everyone's okay with it being. And I don't have either one of those plans handy right now, so I'd like to talk about it with you all in case you guys have a better idea than me. I'm just here to stab things and not get stabbed, and this is neither one of those plans seem relevant right now.
Steve is looking for a steak.
Okay. Please make a perception check, because usually I'd say it's easy to find a steak, but this is Steve.
Yeah. Also, maybe if you do find it, Steve, please throw it in there and don't leave it near your hand.
Not bad for
I think
Steve.
we should maybe talk
14?
to the general store.
Yeah.
You can find a steak.
Well, I'm wondering if this is part of the old if that entrance is near the old entertainment room, maybe.
Or that.
Yeah, maybe it's. Yeah, it could be under
try
something.
to figure out where that ladder goes.
Yeah,
Maybe
that'd
we
be the
can
first
get
way.
it out that way without.
Yeah.
Steve is going to very carefully approach the door with the stake. And go like, and just speak very low and very quiet. Hi there. They say you're like a jungle kitty, which is cool. So you're probably scared. And I know scared kitties aren't really happy kitties. Cause when I was little, I got close to one in a tree and it like attacked me. But I know that big kitties like food. So I got you this steak, and he'll like try to gently and carefully throw it into the room.
Okay.
Not like at it so it doesn't look like a projectile, like, look, I'm giving you a treat.
Is anyone else just hoping the kitty mauls Steve?
Please make
just for drama.
I guess
Elzrin is literally holding his rapier almost like a comfort item as a second, like just not even knowing where to place it because it just could teleport anywhere.
Point of order. Are these creatures Fae by chance?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
18.
Okay. You toss the stake in. There's a long pause, and then anyone who has ever tried to befriend a feral cat or will know that there's that moment of like, is my hunger bigger than my
caution?
Fear and caution, yeah. But this creature does come out into the light, and you can all see it as it grabs the stake and then runs back into the shadow. It's beautiful. It's like a kind of blackish blue color. It sort of almost glows like it there's something a little bit kind of ethereal. It looks like it should be a fey creature, but it's not. It's a natural creature. It also has 6 legs.
None of y'all know how to talk to animals? I don't know if it understands.
Where's Bergamot when we need her?
Right?
I do not.
Hopefully practicing with your crossbow.
No, good.
It also has glowing blue eyes, BT dubs. That's the thing.
I'm just saying, do we just maybe tell Thistle that it's what is down here, and maybe they're like, well, if it just eats steak once in a while, maybe I don't care. That does seem like.
I can send him a message.
Well, again, okay. What should we try and close up here and figure out that other entrance and come down there? There's also a grate that led down somewhere. I'm not sure where that goes.
If we can teleport out, I really don't see the need for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
but it's more of a comfort thing. It's an animal. If we I guess, and also I'm not sure if it needs to see where it's going or if it's just more cautious if it's blind. I don't know its behavior. If it gets upset because, go ahead.
Regardless of how we going in, it's gonna make it freak out. So.
Well, that's also the other thing is if we're going in, we need a plan for that, but we haven't even decided that yet. So I was hoping if we pick a plan, or pick a direction, we pick a plan to go with that direction. We could also just destroy these shelves and walk in if we wanted.
No,
I don't know how wise that is.
Real bad. They don't like their space invaded because then they get their claws out and then they scratch your face and it hurts, and you got to put this really sticky gel on it.
I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah,
if we're gonna go in there, I don't vote through the shelves because the noise of destroying it will make us seem less friendly.
Yeah.
Than if we just came down a ladder quietly.
Also, and so we are definitely more pro move this this beast someplace else so that it is more happy and the people around here are not in danger of upsetting it in a violent way. Yeah.
Maybe it is happy here because if it can teleport and do all the shit go wherever it wants, obviously it likes being in this room. So
yeah.
But old mate Turbo Pants upstairs wants us to get it out of his basement.
Yeah.
So.
And
I for one am not very keen on going in the room and getting mauled to death by a scared creature that thinks it's in its own territory. So,
do you want to try and chase it off?
I would like to point out.
I don't want to try and chase it off.
No.
Hi. I would like to send a message to Thistle.
Yes.
It's us downstairs in the basement, and what we found we found a hidden room.
Oh! Secret passageways! Excited. Can he reply to you? He is replying, but whether you can hear him is a whole...
Yeah,
Okay,
cool. We found a creature.
Oh.
Quite large. Seems
Is
scared.
it a magic tiger?
Sort of.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And I think I can do images too, so I can send him like like what it looks like.
Whoa! That's real pretty.
Now it's.
I love the idea that Thistle is in the bar having this half of the conversation.
Having a conversation.
Customers are just like, what the fuck?
Would the patrons find it that weird, really, though? I mean, I'm
yeah,
guessing
yeah.
Thistle has conversations with herself.
They probably got used to it by now, yeah.
Do you want to? I don't think we need to hurt it. Maybe if you just feed it once in a while, it'll be fine here. Do you want us to get it out?
Please hold. I will. Is it safe for me to come down and have a look?
Sure.
Okay. I'll be right there.
Jen, you've been trying to say something for a while.
Yes. Jen,
Gertrude's gonna point out that if we go down that shaft, if all of us go down there and try to go in and do it, it can teleport into the room, into the thing, and none of us can get in there. So maybe
not
a good idea.
Well, that wouldn't necessarily be the plan either. We'd probably want to leave somebody here if we go the other way, but we need to figure out a way to go.
Be here by themselves to get mauled.
Well, I mean, we're much better at that sort of thing than anyone else, but if it comes to that, those shells are not that sturdy. Somebody could come in and rescue the other person or persons.
It can just teleport. We don't
go in there. I'm with Dalia.
This will come down the stairs. You found a big, shiny kitty in my basement? That's
through a hidden door.
Exciting. Can I... Oh, and a hidden door? What else is in that room?
It's very shy kitty. We don't want to scare it.
Oh. I can be quiet.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Steve, can you go get another steak out for the kitty?
Yeah.
Wait, you're feeding it my steaks? Please choose the bad steaks.
Okay.
All right. Are very good steaks.
Well,
Steve,
maybe Cecil, you could get the steak. I'll let you pick.
You wait. I'll choose what steak to feed the magic kitty.
Perfect.
Goes off and he picks it.
Steve has a choice cut in his hand.
Let's not feed
the
He chooses a less optimum cut of meat. Obviously, it's not bad because he would never have such a thing in his basement. But
it's more of a skirt steak or a flank. Yeah.
Hi, kitty.
I don't know enough about steak to know what a less optimum steak is, and Will is in this game, so I don't want to get it wrong. I'm gonna just be vague. It's good enough that Thistle would have it, but it's not his top level meat.
Maybe it's some stewing beef.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. There we go. Anyway, he brings it over and hands it to Steve. Here, you can use this one.
All right. Hi, kitty. I know you're still scared and you like that other steak, so we got you another one. We're just trying to show that we're friends, and maybe I can pet you sometime. And he tosses the stewing beef.
Make a diplomacy check for me, please.
Oh, no.
Can I aid him in that?
How?
Well, usually with an aid action, I would roll.
I know the mechanics. I want to know what you're doing.
I would be trying to make cute cat noises.
Okay. Yes.
See how you call a cat? You're like, right? Osman has no dignity. He would definitely be doing the kitties.
So with that, do I get to roll a second time?
Oh no, I would. I roll, and if I roll a 27.
Great.
So I'm hoping that gives him a bonus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Okay. So, with Elzarin's assistance, you throw the steak. There's a longer pause this time. It is not as hungry, and that you were less convincing. However, it does come out and grab the steak and disappear back. And when it does, this was like, oh my goodness, it is so beautiful. But that doesn't seem like a good place for it. I've known creatures like this before. In the islands, we have similar, they're a bit smaller, but similar sorts of things. And they don't usually live in basements. They usually live in forests and places with trees. And this doesn't seem like a good, it seems like it would lack enrichment.
Mm-hmm. It's a jungle cat.
We agree. We think it got lost or taken and escaped, and that ended up here.
How on earth did it get into my secret basement that we've just discovered?
I'm
That's
not
a
sure.
very good question.
It can
And why
teleport.
can't it get out?
So this did not ping magic when Dalia did her read aura.
No.
Not through a solid wall.
But
So
it can teleport.
It can teleport, but that's part of its natural ability to move. It's a beast, but it like a displacer beast can.
Yeah.
It can also move through things, so it can like move into the wall and then out of the wall.
Like phase in and that kind of thing.
Yeah. It's not even a so it's a natural ability rather than a magical ability.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes, Jen.
Did the creature look injured in any way when Beebiscuit was looking?
You can make a medicine check.
Well,
if you were looking through Beebiscuit's eyes for that, you can make a medicine check. With Gertrude,
I'll say I
otherwise
was looking.
Okay.
15.
Not injured. Quite skinny.
Hungry.
So, hungry.
Yeah.
Not
it's
doing
not
well.
it's not in good shape, but it's not injured.
Okay.
They can't run, and that's what they like to do is run. And climb and do all that. They can't do that.
Okay, but how do we fix this? We know there's a problem. How do we fix this problem? There's a lot of problems here we need to try and solve. Where do we take it?
Well, I would very much love this animal as a pet because it's gorgeous. I'm not sure that that's the best thing for it. I feel like it's probably not the sort of creature you keep as a pet, and I don't really want to keep it imprisoned, even though it would be cool, and I could definitely charge people a lot of money to look at it. That would be awesome. But I feel like it's not in the animal's best interests. And
I agree with everything you've just said.
Maybe if we get some really nice palm trees and put them in there, but there's no natural daylight. I'm just not convinced.
It's kind of small. I mean, they need a lot of space. They need to range and run.
Dalia, how close did Lucky get to the...
at a zoo? Sorry, please continue.
How close did Lucky get to the...
When Steve is talking to it?
Sorry, what was that?
Does it seem like it understands when Steve is talking to it, or does it just react to the steak?
It's hard to say, because you just see it coming out and grabbing the steak. You don't see its actual response to Steve, so you can't tell whether it's responding to the food and the tone, or whether it's understanding the language.
Dalia, how close to the door at the top of the ladder did Lucky get? Like, did they just look from the
bottom of the ladder and looked up?
He can't climb ladders.
No, he just looked up.
Well, so Daris is gonna come back up by Elzarin, and she's gonna send Mischief through, but Mischief is gonna make sure that they stay like far away. And because Mischief can climb, kind of stealthy, just kind of like you see a wild animal and it sees you, but you're not approaching it, so they go along the wall.
It's definitely watching with like, what are you doing in my house eyes? You know,
and
like,
Mischief will actually climb to the top, so Neris can use share senses to look at the trapdoor and see if maybe... Is it something that a little panda with opposable thumbs could open? Because red pandas have that.
It is rusted shut. So it's like a wooden trapdoor, but it has like metal edging, and all the metal edging is like rusted. Like it hasn't been used in a very long time.
So the rust has maybe fused the door shut.
Yeah. Like the vibe you're getting about this spot is that at some point it was used as a like place for like maybe a smuggling operation or like something like that. Like it's clearly been used for something like that, or for hiding people, or something along those lines, but not in a very long time.
Can Neris judge how far under the building or the alleyway this section, like, kind of guess where the door would be? Like, would it be part of this building, or do we need to go to the general store and...
Make a perception check, I guess, to try and figure out the distances. Dalia, while she's doing that?
I would like to send a message to the kitty.
Okay. Do you need to... No, you obviously don't need to be able to see, because you couldn't see Thistle.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, just within... My range is 500 feet now. And I'm just gonna say, hello. We're the ones that have been giving you your snacks. Can you understand me?
There is no response.
Okay.
But you do feel the spell land.
I will try all of my languages. Let's see.
Maybe
so
Sylvan?
It's from a place that Neris is, so I will try Elven next.
Mm-hmm.
Sylvan.
It's much the same.
Okay.
You feel it land, so
Yeah.
it's not like when you try it on something that is mindless or something that doesn't have any language, but it is not responding.
Okay. Do I get a sense that it doesn't want to or that it can't?
That's not really something you'd be able to tell.
No. Okay.
No. I would say your magic allows you to feel it like land, to feel the take effect, but not.
Okay.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like it's a good place for you to be. Would you like us to help you get out so you can be around trees and running water and, describe like a jungly area? Would you like us to help you do that?
Make a diplomacy check for me, please.
25.
The door's still open?
Yeah.
You watch as this creature comes very slowly and cautiously into the light and look up at you, and it makes this kind of chirpy cat noise. You know the chirpy cat noise?
I do.
It has obviously understood you, but it can't. Thanks, Lena. But it can't respond. Neris.
Okay.
Rolled a 17 for perception.
What are we perceiving?
Where the door is. Like, do we need to go to the general store, or is it somewhere in this building?
My bad. I totally lost track of where I was. Please hold while I check the other map. I am fairly certain. No, it would be at the edge of the building somewhere.
So it's in
inside.
This
building. It's not far enough to be the other building. It is probably in this building somewhere.
And then
So that'll be the next thing I tell Thistle.
Since the cat is over there, Mischief's gonna come kind of look at the grate and notice and see if there's anything to note about the grate. Blech.
Yeah, it smells quite bad.
You found the toilet.
I figured, but
it's not even something that can be lifted off. It's like
okay.
I'm gonna tell.
Or not easily. You would have to unscrew it. This is a plumber entrance to the sewers, basically, is what you're dealing with.
I'm gonna tell the team.
Since the cat. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes. So there's nothing to report. Neris will. I guess Mischief's gonna stay in the room because the cat's by the door. We're not trying to frighten the cat. She tells you guys that the trap door is really, really old and rusted shut. But it's somewhere in this building, the other end of the trapdoor. Probably near the wall that goes somewhere along that wall, one of the rooms along that wall, further up.
Yep.
Can I
Dalia.
judge?
Hang on. Dalia was waiting.
I'm gonna tell the team what I've been messaging to the creature, and it's come out and kind of given a positive response. So I don't think we can put a leash on it or put a net. I don't think we can contain it in any way. I think we're going to have to build its trust and get it to come with us, and we'll just have to protect it and protect others from it to try to get it out.
And then
where are we taking it?
A forest or a jungle. We could take it to the forest by Circle Creek. If it'll come with us for that long.
I'm sure Malachi and Dave would love to have company.
Are the mountains closer or the forest closer to us in riverways?
Right now, the mountains are closer to you.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I mean, I know there are mountain cats out there, so the mountains would be closer.
Works. Someplace with a lot of trees.
Yeah, probably. I don't know this mountain range particularly well. But that seems likely, at least.
Steve, make a nature check. You grew up at the foot of these mountains.
I sure did.
Actually, Aksel, you can also make that nature check because your home is also...
Alright! That's a 14!
Not bad.
Or something brain-based. Good job, Steve!
10.
Oh, jeez. Aksel paid no attention to the nature of the mountains. I mean, you would know that there are mountain cats, Steve, but you've never seen anything like this.
So, like, I know there are some kind of big cats that live up there, but I've never seen anything like this. She'll be able to find a home or like a family of other cats.
Still, it'd be, if there's cats out there, that means there's stuff that the cats live off of. That stands the reason this creature would find something to eat and places the den, that kind of thing, out there.
It hasn't attacked Thistle or any. It could get out and attack people, and it's not doing that.
Yeah.
So it's just trying to live. So I think.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It could survive out there. I'm trying to find a place that's closest to its environment that's we can get it to. Since I cannot imagine trying to transport this via ship to another continent.
I don't think that's necessary. We just get it out of this concrete hole. And
how far is the mountains from riverways approximately? Do we know?
It's like the same amount to go to the garrison at the eastern teeth is about the same distance from Circle Creek to riverways.
Yep, the garrison is in the mountains though, so the foot of the mountains would be a little bit, but it's far. It's a few days. Will knows because we do the map.
Well, I mean,
it's actually slightly further, but.
Yeah, are we just taking it out of town, or are we making another trek?
Our job is to get it out of the basement.
Yeah, but if it goes out of town and can't find anything, it may come back to a place where it was safe.
If it's almost as far to the mountains, I vote for the forest at Circle Creek, because then if something happens to it, like it becomes very dangerous, we know where it is, we can find it.
Also, Malachi's there. He's good about taking care of creatures lost and otherwise. So that would be a resource too. He would be more inclined to take care of a creature out of place, and he's really good at that. That makes sense.
Were any of you on the Yozobu mission?
Yes.
Which?
The creature in the cave.
Yeah.
Just make me an intelligence check, Aksel.
There's some good news. Natural 20 for 22.
There we go.
Alright, you would definitely remember that Malachi pulled in Zora, Andaline's lady friend, to transport that creature back to its home.
Yeah. So if we get
that's what happened with that creature, was that she came and helped teleport it back to where it came from.
Alright, so we'd have to take it back to Malachi somehow, then.
Or we get it out of the basement and we tell Zora that it's in riverways and we've done our job. Remember, we're only getting paid 120 gold for this. We're not bloody wild animal wranglers.
I'm just,
and also like Aksel knows how long it takes to tame a horse. You're not going to tame a wild cat.
No, we're not.
And overnight. This is ridiculous.
Our horses
we're
are
not trying to
gonna
tame
wanna
it.
ride along
Steve
with it.
was about to say something. Steve?
Steve.
I was gonna ask, does the creature look like further distress now that it can be seen?
No.
Okay.
When Dalia spoke to it and it came out, it looked intelligent. Like cautious, scared, but like it had understood something about what she had said.
Wait, Dalia talked to it and it seemed to respond. Dalia, try communicating the idea of us taking taking it to a person that can take it home and see how it responds. I mean, if it can understand that, it would be sentient enough we could figure something out maybe. I mean, it's definitely
Before
not.
I do that, I would like to ask Thistle, is there somebody, like you got word to Andeline somehow that you needed our help. Do you have somebody that can communicate messages over long distance quickly? Like I did a message to you?
Oh. That's a good question. I actually just sent a letter is the thing.
Okay.
But it's possible that Erland might know how to do that. Maybe, she says very cautiously because she doesn't know how those spells work. Please hold. What even is that? Matt, do you happen to know what, like, long-distance sending is in Pathfinder language?
I don't.
Is it sending? Oh, look at that. Please hold while I see if, in fact, Erland would be able to do this. Fuck's sake. Okay. Yeah, I think he might know how to do that. Maybe. I feel like sometimes he just messages Oleg and is like, "Yo, dinner's ready, bro. Come home." And then Oleg says, "Nah, Dad. I have work to do here at the school. And anyway, Ellie's made some delicious stew." And then Erland says, "But Oleg, your mom has cooked this incredible omelet." And then they have a very friendly little argument about it. And then sometimes Oleg comes home, and sometimes he. What?
Can
what
you
was that?
introduce us to Erland?
He runs the general store, so you could just go on over.
Should we try to talk to Erland then? See if that's a viable option?
Yeah,
He's
I'll
a very
send another
nice man.
to the kitty and
Yeah,
just
I
say,
remember.
we're trying to find a way to get you back to your home. So
It like
okay.
goes back and into the shadows.
All right.
So,
Do you think you could bring Erland here so we don't have to leave just in case something goes wrong? We're here to take care of it.
Sure. I could try. Please hold. And he runs up the stairs. And some time passes as he sends someone over to the general store to see if Erland can come and visit. And while that time passes, we're going to take a break. So, Lionel, I believe, has some games he's planning on playing with you all during the break. And you may be able to win a thing. Tiffany, what may they be able to win?
It is a semi-custom coaster. I did one before. I have a bunch of fabrics and things, so you can pick out kind of the background and the colors that you want it to be, and the shape. I have a couple shapes.
Awesome. Cool. I have one somewhere, but it's not handy, so I can't show you. Yeah, so that is what's up for grabs today. If you hang around during the break and play some games with Lionel, he will let us know who wins. And yeah, we'll be back in a little while to see what happens with the big pretty kitty hiding in the basement. Don't go anywhere, we'll see you soon. Hello, humans of the internet. Welcome back to the Gallant Horde. I have no idea who won. Who won? I wasn't paying attention.
I won both color rounds. Will won both count rounds.
Will won 3 rounds, so Will is the winner for
Okay,
this one.
so Will gets a coaster.
Hooray!
I only won
Looks
2 rounds.
confused by that
Okay.
information.
I thought it was a dead heat between me and Kyle.
That is what I thought as well, but it's fine.
Okay, that's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Maybe
Maybe
we both get a coaster.
Tiebreaker. We'll
You both
do a
get half a
tiebreaker. Anyway,
coaster.
rollies at the end of the stream. So you are in the Otter's Rest.
Yes.
You have discovered that in the basement there is a lost jungle cat, very out of place, very scared, and also very dangerous, because wild animals that are scared are dangerous. You have decided to go and see Erland Ironhawk, who runs the general store, which is next door to the Otter's Rest. And oh no, Thistle is going to bring Erland to you. That's what happened. Yes.
Yeah.
So you are left in the basement for some time while he goes to get him. Is there anything you want to do during that time?
Dahlia's just going to keep communicating to the creature to try to keep it calm.
Okay. Yep, Elzarin.
Oh, I was gonna ask Dalia. Ask it if there's any particular thing it likes. It is wanting to eat right now, since we just
It doesn't reply. It just goes. So I don't really think I'll give an answer to that.
All right. I think maybe give it something else, just to kind of.
I think it understands
food coma.
me, but I don't think it can communicate.
Darn it. You're right. That should have been obvious. Magic's still mysterious to me.
Aksel.
Aksel's gonna cast Soothe on the kitty's mind.
Okay. Is that a save, or does it just happen?
Target is a willing creature, but he's gonna play a little song. He's gonna play a little lullaby, a little plinkly tune, and say, "Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur, happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr."
Oh my goodness! Amazing.
But he's gonna say to Elzarin, "Please don't ruin my songs in the future."
Don't sing along.
Performance check, you say?
Yeah.
With pleasure.
Elzarin is very offended.
Oh, another nat 20. What the hell is going on?
What the hell, man?
All right.
I'll have you.
Chill.
I'll have you know also. I'll have you know also that when Aksel was just singing songs on the way to Riverways, I rolled 2 nat 20s for performance, like just randomly, and now I'm missing out all that good performance busking in the pub by rolling nat 20s out on a job.
When you're not getting any money for it.
Yeah.
Amazing. The kitty seems chill.
So it's mechanically it regains a bunch of hit points, but that's probably irrelevant. But might be more important is it gets +2 status bonus to saves against mental effects for the duration.
Okay.
If that
How long
makes
does it last?
1 minute. It's a very long song about warm kitties.
Sweet. Kitty is chilled.
But it's also like a vibe thing, like he's just trying to keep the mood chill.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. It's been clipped already. I don't know why you weren't playing a bard all along. I can't believe you kept this from us for the whole of season 1. Anyway.
I'm trying to correct the universe after all that killing that Ardbeg did.
No, fair enough. Balance in all things. Okay, anything else before Erland arrives? You've probably got like 10 minutes or so, because he's going to have to find one of his sons to man the shop and blah blah blah. No? Okay.
Steve is also talking to the kitty, but like, I'm sure it does nothing. He's just saying Steve things.
Steve things? What are Steve things?
You probably understand.
Long rambling stories that make absolute.
Okay. Cool. Excellent. After some time passes, you hear Thistle coming before you see him. So anyway, they've found this kitty and it's in the basement, and now they want to try and see if you can just blah blah blah. And he comes down the stairs, and you see with him a very tall, well-built, blonde man. Those of you who've met Oleg, this is clearly a person related to Oleg. Like, this is Oleg's dad, and you would know that from context, but you would know that now just by looking at him. Because
Looking at him.
He is like an older version of Oleg. Tall and blonde and yeah.
Apple don't fall far from the tree.
100%. And he comes down into the basement, and he goes, "Oh, hi.
Hi.
You have a problem, I gather. Some sort of cat."
Yeah.
We'd
It's
like to
hungry,
get
it's lost.
escort- Go ahead.
Very far from home.
What? Okay. What do you think I can do about that?
Well, I was wondering if you had any kind of magic that you could send a message long distance, because I can only do like here.
I can do that if I know the recipient. Yes.
Do
You know Malachi?
Angeline?
I know Andeline. I met Malachi once or twice. Strange little man.
What about
delightful.
Zora?
But
Yeah.
Zora. I have in fact met Zora. Yes, she is delightful.
Well, Zora helped us remove a Yuzubu, which was in the wrong place back to where it should rightfully be. And we were wondering if you could perhaps get a message to them, and they might be able to assist with returning this kitty to its home.
I see. She is an extremely busy woman. I'm not sure she'd be able to just drop everything and come running.
Mm-hmm.
She
Well,
teaches at.
That's
sorry,
fine. I don't think. I mean, the cat seems, fairly happy here. It's chosen this spot to live, but in the efforts of correcting Thistle's stock management issues due to the cat feeding itself, we figured this was the best course of action. And if you wouldn't mind, helping us out with this message, and maybe Zora could deal with it in her own terms. And he's going to grin like he's just given his best little speech. Do you want a diplomacy check?
No, because Erland is Erland. And he has 3 sons, and yeah. I of course would love to help. I'm happy to send her a message. I just wanted to make sure your expectations were managed.
Understood.
She is a busy lady. She
Obviously,
teaches.
someone who can do what she does would be very busy. Just for the skills alone,
Yes.
even if she didn't teach.
Indeed.
You might add that it's a job that Andeline asks us to take care of, if that carries the great weight.
Well, I will let her make that choice.
But she just has that information, that's all.
All right, I can send her a message. Please hold while I just figure out. Oh, it's a high-level spell.
Mm-hmm.
I can probably only do this once today, so I need you to be very sure of what you want me to say and who I'm sending it to. So you want me to send it to Zora. What exactly do you want me to tell her? I cannot send more than 25 words, so...
Aksel was writing a little script, but now at 25 words, he's thinking on it a little bit more.
So you decide what you would like me to send, and I will communicate it to her. Don't all talk at once.
We're conferring with each other, trying to get the message to the level we want. 25 words seems like a lot until you have to communicate many different things.
Oh, I'm also not very good with words.
You went too deep, Kyle, and we couldn't hear the end of your very deep Steve comment.
Oh, I'm not very good with words.
Too low again.
Octave higher.
I'm not very good with words, so I'm just going. Buy it. Fix it.
Okay. It's like a stage whisper, but instead you have to make your like narrow your.
You can't say it in Steve. You have to say it.
So Aksel's writing this message, is he? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Well, Will currently is. I don't know what everyone else is doing, but
I'm thinking about it.
Kyle knows exactly
I'm
what's
assuming
saying.
we're all
Steve's
kind
an
of like
idiot.
conferring. Yeah, like just kind of like, okay, we want to make sure she knows it's this type of cat, that it needs to go to the jungles. Mention this is a mission for Andaline's Guild. That maybe mention that she helped out once already before, if we have room for it, and that's why we're contacting her. Is there anything else we want to say on this message?
We could be more generic with the cat, more and just say we have a creature that needs to be transported, and then tell her where and what it is when she gets here.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear what kind of issue. If we can, I want to be as specific as possible. That way, she would know what she needs to do to prepare for that. Like if there's a big difference between this kitty and maybe like trying to think of like
how big was the other thing that she did?
Gertrude knows the name of it,
I'll look at Aksel.
Yeah, they're from her area. It's a horse, so
it's like a yak.
Yeah,
it's bigger than a horse. Yeah.
So is it bigger than the
horse? Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely
it's like
bigger than the
bison
creature.
size, right?
Yeah.
Like old bison size.
Gertrude's just entertaining Steve, and they're gonna draw pictures of the kitty together just to give him some time.
If he gets
absolutely draw pictures of the kitty.
How is, speaking of kitty, is the kitty waiting there patiently, or did it go back to hiding?
The kitty is hiding again.
All right, cool. Also, just for the sake of saying it, like Elzorun has put away all of his weapons and is now now that we've established it can understand words that Dalia tells her, he's much more like, okay, yes, we have a plan now. So he's definitely more peace Elzorun.
Peace Elzorun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Beast mode activated.
Are you done, Aksel?
Yep.
Hit me.
Do we want to practice it first, or do you just want to send it? How confident are you, Aksel?
Aksel's pretty confident.
You're gonna tell Erland he's gonna have to send it.
Yeah.
So he would ask you to write
So he's very diligently written it in his songbook, and he's like, "How can I ride Paracha with Yuzobu in a song? I can't." Anyway,
I want to
sorry.
see you make Yuzobu rhyme with something.
Wait, just get the message first.
That's maybe I'll think over that in a beer after we finish this mess.
Yeah.
Gallant Horde needs help with Paracha in wrong environment. We are in Riverways, situation similar to Yuzobu. Can you assist with transport?
Very good. All right. Very good. You can have a hero point for that.
Woo!
Yeah. All right.
Bud life, yo. Bud life.
Impress the jack. All right. Erland sends the message. He repeats exactly what Aksel has written down.
Aksel, in a non-condescending way, would just be holding the notebook in front of him so he can read it.
Yeah, he does read it. He sends it off, and he stands there for a moment, and he waits and he listens, and then he goes, "She can be here tomorrow."
Opa!
All right. Indeed.
We're planning on spending the night, so we can be here greater and.
I mean, we could stay as long as we want. It's just the longer we stay, the worse the hourly rate gets.
Thistle goes, part of your payment was one night at the Otter's Rest. One night with dinner and one beverage with dinner. After that, I'm afraid I will have to ask you to pay for your... Yes.
We're used to paying for our drinks. That's not a problem.
What's the nightly rate, just in case we're delayed?
It is a sum of money that Jax will tell you.
Excellent. Standard rate then. Excellent. I appreciate
Ask me
that.
difficult questions. God damn it.
What's the name of all the customers in the bar currently?
I have an NPC generator. That's easy.
Oh, dang it.
Yes, Aksel, did you have a real question, or were you being...
Well, I was kind of going to be a smartass, but...
Sorry.
If we do end up staying longer... Well, she's going to be here tomorrow. She just said that, right? So that's one night. This is not an issue. We understand you've got a business to run, but keeping me in your bar for long periods of time could be very lucrative to you.
Oh, really?
I'll just say that much.
Why? Why? Tell me why.
Because I have a drinking problem.
Oh, as in you will buy many beers. I understand. Okay, yes. Well, you are definitely welcome right up until the point where you start punching other customers, at which point I will put you to bed myself.
I'm more likely to make awesome music and bring more punters in. But
that's delightful. That's delightful.
To stay around longer, drinking more when he's doing his thing too. So we got that.
Excellent. So you're some sort of minstrel, are you?
Isn't that a thick tomatoey soup?
No, that's a minstrel.
Oh wait, no, I'm a musician. That's what the kids are calling it these days.
Oh, are
Minstrel's such a stuffy word.
I see. Well,
I think it's more like a mariachi. I think.
Isn't that a sauce?
I now have an urge to draw Aksel in a mariachi outfit.
Yes.
Please don't. I do not want to see it. I'll be offended.
Picture that giant guitar
because that's cultural appropriation, and that's not allowed.
Anyway, moving right along.
Sorry.
It's okay. We got off the rails. It's fine. They are in fact rails.
On.
Oh, I mean, we were following a storyline. It was you guys were doing well. All right.
Yeah.
So Erlen goes. Is that all you needed from me at this time?
At this time, yes. Unless she reaches out to you to give us more information, like she gets delayed or she's showing up early, maybe. Then could you let us know? We'll be here, obviously.
Sure, but I'm sure that she will just arrive when she said she would. That's her way.
Okay. Thank you.
Appreciate your help.
Yes, thank you so much. I know this is not a trivial thing to do.
We'll be in to do some shopping later.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Is Ragna at the smithy right now? Or?
Oh, yes, she's always there.
Cool. Thank you. Then yes, thank you for your time.
Good luck with your cat. He leaves.
Right.
Thistle's like, okay, so what's the plan? We just wait for this Zora?
Yeah,
and
she
fixes the problem, does she?
She
Do I pay
takes
her
this
instead of you?
Well, no, because it was our course of action. She's a Horde associate.
She's she works with us.
You're outsourcing it, are you?
The transportation, yes. I mean, we had to find the secret entrance that you now have. When this creature's
out, I'm so excited to see what's in there.
There's going to be a trap door that is somewhere else in the building that you're going to get to find when this creature's gone.
You know what that means? I don't know about
more storage,
which means there's another secret passage somewhere. Oh, I'm so excited. Do you think you can find it for me?
Yes, I absolutely can.
Also,
that will help pass the time while we wait for Zora to arrive.
But it is very important that we do not open that door because it leads directly to where the kitty is, and the kitty might get disturbed by someone opening that door. It's going to be very loud. But we'll find it, and then once it's gone, more storage, a secret entrance, 2 secret entrances.
So exciting.
So, we did
all that. I'm such an upstanding citizen, and I would never indulge in something like smuggling. That would be bad, and I would never do such a thing. He says gleefully.
I'm like, perception check when you say it like
that. I didn't think he would until he said it.
Well, But isn't that true of anybody? You're like, if someone just walks in and mentions that they are definitely not a murderer, what is the first thing you assume about that person?
Not sure why that is.
All right.
But okay.
Dahlia's going to explain to the creature that, we're going to close the door. Have you had enough to eat for tonight? Are you good? Try to communicate, close the door, and in the morning, somebody will come and we'll still be here and they'll help you get home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to suggest that we fast forward through the rest of the day and evening and not play out the Dalia birthday party here on stream. We can do that in Discord later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, yes, Elzarin, you had something.
Oh no, I just want to say something just real quick. But yeah, he would go talk to Ragnar later just to take care of some business, but we don't have to do it right now.
Yeah. So all the things you do in between, we'll do in the Discord because we don't want to keep Lionel up all night for a shopping episode.
Well, there's going to be a party as well. I mean,
it's one thing when there's like death and destruction on the line, but
Oh, that's
so
kind of sad.
We shall. Yes, Aksel.
Before they close up the door, Aksel would like to get the kitty a saucer of milk
Okay.
to leave in there for the evening.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Kitty has a saucer of milk and some steak. It is very well taken care of for the first time since it showed up here. Nice. All right. So, fast forward. There is shopping. There is a visit to the. Oh yeah, that was the cat noise, but it's also my fast forward noise.
Time travel noise.
There is, I guess, a visit to the blacksmith. You probably all spend some money. There is a birthday party in the tavern. Thistle is delightful and gregarious and wishes you happy birthday at least 20 times over the course of the night. He also finds a cake from somewhere and presents it to you with like one of those sparkly candles on it. He's delightful. He makes everybody sing happy birthday to you. Everybody in the whole pub sing happy birthday to you in the most embarrassing way possible. And I
just upped her age, you guys. She's 33 now.
And you all go to sleep in your rooms in the Otter's Rest. You have a good night's sleep. It's a pretty nice place. And you wake up bright and early. What would you like to do?
Wait, did we say?
Go check on the cat.
Yeah, do we
Where
know what
we're
time?
meeting?
Make sure it's still there and hasn't teleported somewhere else.
Elzarin, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say, do we know where we're supposed to meet her when she comes into town, or? All right.
You told her it was in Riverways.
Yes. All right. I guess one of us should maybe wait by the general store because she knows who contacted her, so she'll probably go there.
Sounds like you're volunteering to do that.
I guess I am. Good luck down there.
Cool.
At least be somebody who's met her, and I have not. So
I haven't either. So
we can just show her our medallions, right?
Yeah. Hopefully, at least to let her know that we're really from the Gallant Horde. Assuming she knows about that. Alzarin's never met her, so he doesn't have a basis.
Yeah. Which, when she was asleep, Neris would have messaged Siren to let him know all that was going on.
Sure.
Okay.
I guess I'm waiting outside.
Operational security, good job.
He doesn't think about that, so.
Steve wants to see the kitty.
I'll go wait to go meet her when she gets here. So that he's not alone.
Gertrude and Elzarin are at the general store. Neris is also at the general store?
Yeah, Neris is, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to
Steve
see the kitty.
and Dalia are going to see the kitty. Aksel, what are you doing?
I'm going to see the kitty, like I said at the top of the round.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Cool. So 3 of you go to see the kitty, 3 of you go to the general store. Those of you going to see the kitty, I assume you go and open the door because you closed it?
I would have shown him how to do the thing.
Okay. It's still there. It's still there. It has drunk the milk.
Okay.
Oh,
Yay.
I'm going to get it more milk then, if it likes that.
Cool.
I will
Just
get
helping
another
himself to
steak.
stuff off the shelves to give to the cat.
Steve gets him another steak.
Oh boy. Okay.
Probably the one you
Roll
grabbed last
me
time, right? The real
A
expensive.
D10. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was going to
Just
say roll a
checking that
D10
kitty
for,
prime ribs.
for how good the meat is that you're handing the kitty.
Oh, can I do that on the thing?
There's a little D6
Oh, the dice
at the top
thing.
of your character.
That's right.
Yeah.
I want to do a D10. A 6.
Oh, so it's an average piece of meat.
Yeah.
It's a
Slightly
rump steak.
above average.
Oh,
Cool.
it's thistle, of course.
At like, I don't know, like 9-10 o'clock in the morning, a woman walks out of the general store. She is a tall elvish woman. She has long hair and a braid down her back, and she wears like a green kind of, almost like a mage robe kind of vibe, but it's very simplified. And she steps out and she looks around and she catches sight of you sitting there, and she goes, "Hi, are you the Gallant Horde people? I don't believe
yes,
I met
yes.
any of you
Yes.
last time."
No, yeah, I believe you met Aksel. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do recall him. Yes.
He is downstairs of the Otter's Rest with the creature. Just making sure
It
it's
is
okay and comfortable.
in the tavern.
It's in the basement,
Yes.
in a secret
basement.
room.
How interesting. All right. Well, I am Zora, as you have probably worked out.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hello.
Well, let's
And
see
he'll
this cat.
tip his hat. Let's do this, and we'll take her directly there.
Okay. So these three come down, followed by this beautiful elf lady, who Aksel has met. I think Axel's the only one who's met her. Did you even meet her?
Because didn't that... No,
It
I don't
happened
think I
later.
did, because
Yeah. I
it
don't think
happened
any of you
later.
met her.
Oh,
Because she didn't come to the
Anyone's
cave.
met her.
No.
It was
I don't think
it was
any
all
of you have met her.
It was all the do-gooders that went to Malachi's cottage, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, I don't think any of you
Elzra
met her
wasn't there.
because she arrived at a time that Lorelei Lorelei met her
Yeah.
because of course. Okay, so she comes down into the basement. She glides like she has style. She's very yeah. She
has heelys.
awesome. Yeah.
downstairs. That's
It
impressive.
looks that way. And yeah, she goes and she looks in the door and she kind of says, how have you been communicating with this creature? Are you communicating with it, or are you just
I've been messaging with it, and it seems to understand me, but it doesn't
interesting?
reply in words. It just kind of lets me know it understands, and it
I
has
see.
calmed down and been cooperative. So
All right. She turns and anyone who has the message spell would recognize her kind of cast it. And the cat comes out and she goes, "Oh, there you are. Look at you. What a beauty. You sure are in the wrong place, though. Do we know where it's from?"
Gertrude
Malahaya.
would say.
Malahaya. That is a long way.
Yes. It
but-
is.
That's where we know this creature to be native to. We don't know how it got here. If it's from another place, perhaps, but that's where we know these creatures to be from.
Well, nature is not really my area of expertise, so I'm going to have to take your word for it.
Indeed.
I can teleport, but it's a lot easier if I know where I'm going. And I've never been to Malahaya. I don't suppose any of you have
work off a description.
or an item if you have something from there.
to say, Neris has
Yeah,
something from
Neris.
there.
Neris? Yeah.
I do. I don't know if it'll work. I mean, I am from there.
You, while technically an item, that could make the magic difficult. Do you have something with you that you brought?
Yes. She pulls out, like, she starts to pull something out. She's like, it's not going to destroy the item, is it?
Oh, no, I'll just use this as a focus. I'll be able to bring it back.
Okay. She pulls out a fine elven chain with a little jade red panda on the end of it and hands it over to her. This has been in my family for generations, so it has been in the jungle for a very long time.
Do you know if the jade came from the jungle?
Yes. It would have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very well, that should work then. Now, I'm going to have to go in there with this cat. It might attack me. Don't do anything.
Okay.
I'm perfectly safe.
It's knowing the truth of your words and making your heart obey them are not always the same thing.
I understand, but
I understand. Yes.
All right. Let's give this a go. And she takes a step, and you watch her take a step, but she steps, and the end of her step happens on the other side of the shelf. It's like she just phases through. And as she does, you watch as this cat kind of like gets all, tense and whatever. And she speaks to it in Sylvan. Those of you who understand Sylvan, she's doing the, it's okay, it'll be fine. They're like just. And then she takes Neris's necklace, and she holds it in her hand and she starts to chant. And as she does, you see like a gate open. And then she says, I'm going to need one of you to convince it to go through.
Dalia's gonna tell it, this is gonna take you to your home. You don't have to live in these four walls anymore. You can hunt, you can run, you can live your life. Go with her. She will make sure you get home.
Make a diplomacy check, please.
24.
Okay. You watch as this cat kind of stops and crouches, and then like glances at you all, and then jumps through the gate. And as it jumps through the gate closes, and both Zora and the cat are gone.
Sweet.
There's a
Is Thistle watching
panic.
Lilith?
What was that?
Is Thistle here?
No, he's
Watching
upstairs.
all this?
Okay.
That means you're going to have to tell Thistle.
Aksel will go upstairs and say the cat's gone and hold out for the payment.
Oh, I'll be right with you. Let me just finish with the breakfast, people, and then I will come down and verify.
Right.
There is a panicked look on Neris's face when she notices they are both gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If
she could get any paler, she would be pale.
There's about a 10-15 minute wait during this time. In this time, Thistle comes down, has a look, and goes, "Oh, excellent work! You did it. I'm very impressed. I had my doubts, but it seems that you are absolutely as good as everybody says. Excellent work, and he will pay you what he said he would, which Jax doesn't remember, but he absolutely would remember.
120 gold.
Cool. And then he'll be like, yes, excellent, and he starts kind of tidying up. It's not really tidying up, it's just moving things around. And then he notices Neris and he goes, "You were right there, dear. You seem a little out of sorts. Do you need a cup of tea?"
It takes her several seconds to register that someone is talking to her, and she's like, I'll be fine.
Oh.
Lying, of course, but...
Right.
Well,
cup of tea, then. He bustles upstairs to make you a cup of tea.
We'll send her another sending and just to tell her to bring that back. I'm sure if she doesn't come back soon, we can get her to
She'd get it back. She said, she knows. She said,
right.
I'll bring it back.
Or that was the slickest way to get robbed ever.
Green.
Like, ooh, this is nice. I'm not going back.
I didn't think she'd go with it.
Oh. Yeah, that's how magic works.
Yeah.
There's like 15 minutes passes, and then the gate opens up again, and Zora steps out. Well, it's very warm there. Did you know that? Very
Humid
warm.
too.
Yes. Sticky. Anyway, she kind of waves, and there's the prestidigitation, like, not sweaty anymore.
That's
and
handy.
she hands your necklace back to you. She steps through in the same way, just through the wall, and then hands your necklace back to you. Thank you. That was very effective.
Behind her.
I
Thank you for
watched the
bringing it back.
creature just bound. It paused for a moment, and it looked around, and then it just bounded off into the trees. It was quite
Beautiful.
uplifting to witness.
Well, thank you for doing this for us.
Helped so much.
You're very welcome. Going to head back now, if that's all right.
Yes, I know you're very busy. We appreciate you taking the time to do this. It seemed like the best way to ensure that it had a good life.
Right. I do hope eventually some of you learn this magic so that you do not need to call on me.
We are trying our darndest. Yeah, as you know, that is not a trivial thing to do. So we have.
I'm aware. I have studied for many years to learn how to do these things.
Yes. Yeah, we're all pretty new, so we're trying to get better.
Good.
Give Lucky the stink eye for not teaching it to me yet.
In fairness, it took me a long time.
Well, we're trying to get there as quick as we can, so we bother people as little as possible.
Excellent. Well, I shall head home then, if that's all right with you all.
That is perfectly all right. Thank you so much again. I can't thank you enough.
She goes up the stairs and disappears.
She's like real pretty.
She is real pretty.
She's really good-hearted too. That was nice of her. That's a lot of effort for some strangers and a cat. Good on her. Well, we got paid. Also, question, DM question.
Yes.
Did we find the secret entrance for Thistle that leads down into that room when we had all night?
We would not have rested until it was found.
Can I get just everybody roll me a perception check just to see if you can find it?
11!
32. That's another net 20. What is going on?
Aksel!
Will, stop hacking.
I have not rolled above 10 this whole time.
Oh,
okay,
no.
I will take you back to the inn map. Because Aksel definitely found it.
18.
The more he drinks, the better he is at finding secret entrances.
You would have discovered that there is a entertainment area, which Aksel would have been able to play on, if he so chose. On the other side of the...
Can I do my general busking roll for that?
Sure.
At a later stage?
Now that you got the nat 20 out of the way.
And
yeah, now that I won't get a nat 20.
Thistle would have taken you into his, like, kind of office area place, and you would have discovered hidden behind a bookshelf and behind a wall, a trapdoor in the ground. There would have been a secret, like one of those book things where you pull the book and the bookshelf moves across.
Looks like a pigeon up on stage. What is that?
So you're
It might
telling
be
me
a harp, like a harp from above.
It looks like a harp. Yeah.
that he's had this place for 6 months and he's never pulled a book off this bookshelf?
No. Not the right book, anyway. Maybe it's really high up and or maybe he doesn't read.
Or maybe it's the worst title ever. It's like something just so boring sounding.
In any case, he did not find this trapdoor, and now he is very excited that he has a secret room.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think the book was called Welcome to the Jungle.
Let's go with that. It's canon. Excellent.
Aksel pulls the book, so I was like, yeah, they got fun and games in the jungle.
I think they have everything you want, if you know his name. Anyway.
Cool. So, but yeah, Thistle pays you.
We like getting paid. Thank you.
Do you wish to do anything else on stream before you take on off back to Circle Creek?
Aksel's going to say in his best Gertrude and Dalia voice, hitch up the wagons.
What?
Is that what you sound like?
Don't try that.
That's a New Zealander doing a southern accent. I'm sorry.
Wow.
And I was also trying to do a bit of what's that John Wayne guy sort of stuff. Never mind.
John Wayne.
Gertrude rests gravity well and pulls him.
Gertrude commits a murder. Cool. And everyone goes, justified.
But my accent was too dangerous to be let out in the wild. You had to do what you had to do.
Okay. So, you have successfully managed to get this kitty transported home. Nobody had to fight anything because you didn't piss it off. You made friends with it. Good job.
And we didn't adopt it.
And you didn't adopt it.
Yeah.
Mission went to plan. We accomplished
This time.
all optional objectives completed. No adoption. no injury of wild animals.
No having to deal with
get bitten.
horses. No having to deal with horses and transporting a predator for 5 days overland.
That wouldn't have gone well.
Yeah.
At all.
I'm just already picturing just like one or two of us following that creature through the jungle going, well, I guess we're doing this. And everyone else just leaving.
Working with what we had.
You did good. You did very well. Congrats.
Elzorn shows up 2 weeks later, coated in claw marks.
Mm-hmm. But no, it is happily back in its home place, carousing in the jungle from whence it came. But how did it get into Thistle's basement?
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm guessing the sewer grate.
That's
That is
above our
something
pay grade.
that's going to keep Neris up for a couple nights.
Indeed. All right, my darlings. I would say that is a mission success, I guess.
Awesome.
With,
I think that was successful.
no damage done to
No shedding of
anyone.
blood.
We're professionals. We've all done this a while. Obviously, this is clockwork now.
It's
Old
because
hat.
Steve's here. Last time I played a game with Steve, there was no bloodshed either. It's Steve.
It's Steve.
It's Steve.
I'm just picturing all of us at one point, like weapons out, about to hack something, and then Steve looks at us, and we're like, "No, we're going to make friends." That's exactly. He can't handle that level of violence yet. We have to all be nice.
Some of these creatures you can make friends with, and some of them are evil imps in the schoolhouse. Like,
We've won a deathmatch tournament.
Just got to pick your battles.
yeah, that one you
Yeah.
were never going to make friends with.
Yeah.
That was always going to be a fight.
Those guys can be reasonable, like the Crits can. Yeah.
All right, congratulations.
Get on home.
Awesome.
So you will begin your trip back. It'll take you a week, so you'll get back basically just before the next mission goes out. In Circle Creek, we can RP in the Discord all the shit you did between, like, in the afternoon in Riverways, and yeah, deal with that. Yeah, easy mission, folks. Good job.
Yay!
You used your brains instead of your brawn. I love it. Yes.
It seemed like Thistle was very happy with the mission and how it went.
Yes, he is delighted and was extremely.
He got to throw a
effusive in
party.
his praise. Yeah, he threw
He
a
got to throw
party.
a party. He got more storage. He's got like a bunch of cool stories and a secret entrance. Like, I'd
And a
be very
secret
thrilled.
room that he's definitely
More
not
storage
gonna
that he
use
didn't
for
have to pay
criminal
for.
activity.
Yeah.
Smuggling
Mhm,
whatsoever.
So in a few levels, when we come back to find out who the secret smugglers are, we're just obviously not going to assume it's at Otter's Rest.
Of course not,
Obviously.
because Thistle is obviously not a villain. I would never do that to Kyle ever.
Unless
He's-
Wait, none of us
Although
went
that would
upstairs
be
to
the
check
I
his
best
don't
room.
thing.
believe you.
Thistle
He's now-
definitely doesn't have a gentle motif of butterflies on the top of the Otter's Rest.
That sounds like a Fey Archmage kind of thing. I'll just go here and start an inn. That's just what I'll while I plan my revenge.
Our tag in season 2.
All right. We should let Lynn go to bed.
Yes,
if you
yes, we
are
should.
a guild member or a subscriber, hang around in the Discord, because after this I will be dropping the Dalia level 5 art into the Discord.
Okay, this is the 2 segment?
For you. It is a 2 segment, yep.
I
So
am
according
so-
to my list, we have a... Where are we? Otter's Rest. Gertrude, Steve, Dalia, and Neris all leveled up today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk through that admin after the stream. Thank you for watching The Curse of the Otter's Rest. I hope you enjoyed my little Otterkin chap. He is one of my favorite NPCs, so I'm glad I got to introduce you to him to you, whatever. And next week, make sure you tune in for the City in Yellow game before the Horde, right here on Sparabel, and then we will also be playing the Cherry Tree, which is a very simple mission where they're going to go into the forest and pick some cherry blossoms. What
Sounds
could
easy.
possibly go wrong?
Yeah. It'll be just like this one.
Thanks for watching. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a beautiful time zone. We love you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye, friends.